He just put his head down, like, just stayed
Shell.
like that.
Like a turtle.
Yeah, he said he hid in his shell.
Now, there's one girl in this book. What's her name?
Magda.
And why does she like Henry, the bully?
Because he's a bad boy, yes.
That's what my brother told me one time. I said, how come you get all the girls? And he goes, you know, Kitty, the girls like the bad boys. I went, oh, okay, that explains it, I guess. So that's it. That's your explanation, is that they like the bad boy, huh?
Yeah. Well, she was like afraid of him, but then she was like, wow, he's like really strong, or he's like,
she felt, I guess she felt protected when she was around him.
Well, why did she like Jason?
She didn't, well...
She never said that she didn't like him, but she never said she did. It's just that she was more attracted to Henry than to Jason.
Now, Jason describes the way he looks. Do you remember how he describes himself?
Yeah.
Kind of stocky and freckles, no neck.
He's like half a gorilla.
He called himself fat, like a lot.
Yeah, he did.
And he said people said he looked like a very famous actor, director. Do you remember what he said?
Oh, I don't remember that.
Orson Welles. Do you guys know who Orson Welles is?
No.
Oh, you'll have to start watching. Yeah, he's an old actor and a very, very famous
It's funny,
Yeah,
he's
he
like, I don't know
mentioned that.
who Orson Welles is.
He's got a voice that's like, you know, as low as you could possibly go. He was kind of a big guy. As he got older, he got really big. And yeah, you'll have to look and see. Because when I read that, I went, oh, I know what he means right away. What about the fact that this is pretty dangerous, the thing that these kids do going up there to the top of the... I mean, I had this concern. I thought, oh, yeah, this is a book everybody will read, and they'll immediately want to go out and climb to the top of a water tower. Not that we have that many, but...
You can't even find a water tower.
You don't have one in Wilmington, I take it.
I think we do. It was like
Close by Wilmington, but it's not in Wilmington.
Yeah, and there's a lot of oil tankers. There's more oil towers. But that's what I kept thinking was, would someone say, oh, I should do that? Would you do that after reading this?
No,
they got so much trouble. It's like,
yeah, because
I'd be scared.
not even playing around.
the lesson he learned. Like,
get in so much trouble.
It makes me think, like, well, why would I do it if the things he did got him in trouble?
Well, except, I mean, okay, so you guys are obviously not the bad boys then, or girls.
Yeah, I'm insane. I wouldn't do that.
Well, I kept thinking, you know, so they get inside the water tower and they swim around in that, and even though they cleaned out the water and put new water in, I thought, oh, I don't want to be drinking that stuff.
Couldn't they take a bath first?
And they were sweating.
It was pretty disgusting.
Probably climb a roof, but it was probably closest.
How did the writer write it when they were on the outside of the tower? I mean, did you sort of hold your breath or feel nervous about falling when you were reading that part of the book?
Yeah, like Henry when he swung on the catwalk.
Say that again, what?
When Henry, he swung on the catwalk.
Yes.
Yes.
And then Jason was like, no, stop playing around. But that was pretty crazy what they did.
I would say, yeah, not something I would want to do. If you were to invent your own religion, I mean, what would you see as your water tower? I mean, have you ever thought about that?
The sun.
The sun, okay. It's been done, but that's okay.
Oh yeah, that's right.
No. But no, that's very good. It's, you know, a lot of early, you know, Aztec kind of stuff. There was a lot of worshiping of the sun. Yeah. What else? What else would be a godlike thing to worship?
Ourselves as a person.
Whoa, talk about narcissism. There you go. So you'd like to be God yourself, I take it then?
Yes. Well, not me personally.
No?
Yeah, well, like everyone has their own God. Like everyone as their own, not one person as a God. Just everyone is their own inner God, because they keep themselves going and strive for what they want.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Joseph?
I wouldn't want to be a god because it'd be too difficult. People would be like, oh, can you do this? I'm like, no.
You wouldn't be an all-powerful God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what would you pick as your godlike symbol, do you think, if you were inventing a religion?
a building, I guess.
Anything in LA? That's what I kept thinking. You know, this is obviously not LA. You know, this is obviously not
Worship
Wilmington.
the Staples Center.
There you go, the Staples Center. That could be. Could Kobe be the high priest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, on the whole, would you recommend this book to
Yeah.
other people?
Yes.
Why?
Yeah.
It's a great learning experience
Why?
because after everything they went through, they learned from their mistakes kind of and went forward thinking and like
Yeah, but if I heard you say that, I'd say, oh, that makes it sound like it's a teaching book. Make it sound interesting to me.
Oh,
it's fun.
It was a fun book, okay.
Yes.
yeah.
I would recommend
Kind of on the edge.
It's pretty like free-spirited, like they did kind of what they wanted to do, but then after they realized that they got in trouble for it, then like they stopped afterwards. So they're pretty strong, had pretty strong faith about it at first, but then after they got themselves thinking more, because since they got in trouble, they didn't think it would be such a good idea to keep on going.
Lydia, you sound like the kind of person who worries about getting in trouble. No?
Well, at home a lot. I
Sounds
get
like
in
something you
trouble
think
a
about a
lot,
lot,
that's
yeah.
why.
Okay, all right. I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
No, it's okay.
Joseph, recommend this book to somebody else. Why?
I wouldn't,
You wouldn't recommend it. Tell me why not.
because it will make people question their faith, and people might get mad at you. Like, why would you want to show this book? They really think about it. It might change, and people change really quickly if they really like it.
So it could be a dangerous book.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, I mean, they're like saying that it's pretty like, I'm not saying like dumb,
Yeah.
like to worship a water tower, because to do those kinds of things, it'll be like really out of the ordinary. So yeah.
It's a very open-minded book.
I kind of thought so too, and like I said before we picked it, I thought a lot about it. I wasn't sure that teachers would want
A
their students
risky,
to read.
risky choice.
Risky choice. Okay, so maybe that's what we should say. It's a risky choice. You like the book. It could open some doors that people may
Yeah.
not want to go through. But it's called Godless by Pete Hautman. Anything it reminds you of? Anything else you've ever read that this book reminds you of?
Not religion-wise, no.
Or
Like,
any style, the way the writer wrote? Did it remind you of anything else you've
Well,
read?
it reminded me of one book.
Which one?
It was called The Lightning Thief. I'm not sure.
What was it
Lightning
called?
Thief.
The Lightning Thief?
Yeah. It's like a mythology book and very interesting.
Okay, so again, it touched on that idea of God in a different way.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I always like to end with everybody recommending their favorite book. Favorite book of all times? Lydia, what's your favorite book?
I don't know.
All right, think about it. Richard?
I don't really have a favorite book.
Okay, you just like to read?
Yes.
Okay. Joseph?
The Lightning Thief. Yeah.
The Lightning Thief. Okay.
Favorite
All right.
book.
Last chance. Lydia?
Godless.
Oh, all right. We got a recommendation for Godless by Pete Hautman. All right. I want to thank all you guys for coming down here. Richard Padilla and Lydia Gutierrez and Joseph McConico, all from Wilmington Middle School in Wilmington, California.
Yeah.
Thanks, you guys. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And a recommendation, guarded, but we recommend Godless by Pete Hautman. And I hope you'll join us next time for another edition of the Book Club of the Year for Young Adults. I'm Kitty Felde. Thanks for being here. So what else do you like?